Hi, I'm Stu. Welcome back to another LumaFusion video tutorial. The other day I put out a video showing you how to create a highlighter effect and a bit of a sort of animated texture vibe on it. I wasn't happy with the overall quality. It was a bit meh. I rebuilt the tutorial, took out some bits and pieces I just didn't think were required, and I present to you version 2.0 of creating a Johnny Harris style highlighter pen animation. Enjoy. Okay, to get started, I'm in Apple Pages. I have in front of me here the first 10 paragraphs of the Magna Carta. If you don't know what that is, go and Google it. And what I want to do with this is make a screenshot and basically go through the different processes I need to highlight specific passages and also give it a more analog vibe. So on the iPad, the easiest way to do a screenshot is just to swipe your Apple Pencil from the bottom left and then tap Save to Photos, and that's it, done. I want to highlight this first line here where it says, John, by grace of God, King of England, Lord of Ireland, Duke of Normandy, and Aquitaine, and Count of Anjou, what the hell that is, to all free men of our kingdom, greetings. That must be, or greeting, I don't know. Anyway, I want to be able to highlight that. So I'm going to go over to my little circle with the 3 dots here. We're going to choose Smart Annotation. We're then going to go down to our highlighter pen. I'm going to set this opacity to around about 50%, increase the brush size to a medium-sized highlighter. That's the kind of layout there. Then all I've got to do now is highlight the text itself. So come along and then just grab the highlighter, work our way along to take it to there. That looks pretty good. Obviously you could choose a different color of highlighter, it doesn't really matter. The magic thing to this is to be able to tap done. We want to save this highlight. All we have to do is highlight the text into our little paintbrush and change the color of the text to white. That magically vanishes everything, leaving us our highlighted section. From there, I need a screenshot from that. So again, just clicking up from the bottom left hand corner, we've got our screenshot. Let's get it saved. And we're now in a position to go to LumaFusion to put all this together. Okay, so we've got our 3 elements, the highlighter pen, the Magna Carta text, and the paper texture. Let's start to build things up. First of all, I'm going to bring in the Magna Carta text. Just drag that down onto our timeline. It comes in by default roughly to about 2 seconds. I need it to be a wee bit longer than that, so shrink things down, drag it over to about 14 seconds. I'll do to start with. And then from there, you're going to want to bring in your paper texture so it goes on the layer above. Again, just drag out to roughly 14 seconds to be smack bang on. Then the final layer is the highlighter pen, which again, we drag out. What we need to do now is change the blending modes of the paper texture and the highlighter pen so that they basically work their way through to the Magna Carta below. So let's start off with our highlighter pen. I press 1 on the keyboard, and that takes me into frame and fit. You don't need to do anything with the sizing just now. Just change the blend mode to multiply, which is there. And you can now see the highlighter is working its way through to the texture. And then onto our texture, same again, press 1 on the keyboard, into frame and fit, tap on the pen icon, and then from there, blend mode, multiply, and now we have our text. Pretty good. All we have to do now is reposition the highlighter pen. So back into frame and fit yet again. This time we can just move things, get everything into position. I'm just going to make sure that our X position is smack bang in the middle, just the Y position that we've moved about, -15, and that looks pretty good as well. Now, this is where the animation part of it comes in play. We're going into cropping, and we're going to use our right hand crop. You can see by doing that, the animation actually appears. The other thing we can do is we can crop the top down a little bit, and we can crop the bottom up a bit, just so that we've only got the highlighter area actually working. Now we then want to start at the beginning, tap on our keyframing, then bring the slider in from the right hand side, highlighter disappear. I'm then going to move forward 10 frames, let's say. So I'm holding down the shift key, using the right arrow key. That moves me 10 frames. Let's go 20. And then from there, I'm going to tap on a new keyframe, although just by moving the right hand slider, it will actually generate a keyframe anyway. Work it all the way across. That looks pretty good to me. And then all we have to do now is play it back to see if it actually works. So tap on start with the playhead, press play, and there's the animation. That's the basics of it. If you want to just stop here at this point, looking great, you can certainly do that. But I'm going to take things a little bit further in the next stage. Okay, so what I'm going to do is highlighter pen, I'm going to lock the layer. Our text, I'm going to lock the layer. That leaves our paper texture. Let's just pinch and zoom into it a little bit. Now what I only need is about 12 frames, say here. There, I'm going to Command B, or make a cut, get rid of all of this, and then I'm going to take these 12 frames and divide them up. Now, if you don't want as much of an animated section, just to increase your frame rate to like 6 frames or 4 frames, I'm going to go for 3 frame splits, just because I like a fast analog animation. So all we're going to do is do 1, 2, 3, make a cut, 1, 2, 3, make a cut, and 1, 2, 3, make a cut. That gives us 4 pieces. We're going to ignore the first section of paper texture, highlight the second section, we're going to go in and we're going to rotate it once. So just tap here, go in rotation. On the second option, we're going to rotate it twice. So press 1 on the keyboard, tap twice, that moves the texture around a little bit further. You guessed it. On the third option, we're going to tap it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then from there, we should have our animation. Now all we need to do now is highlight all of this, copy and paste it. So we will hit our multi-select tool, highlight it all, copy, go to the very end, using the down arrow key, and we're going to go paste it right the way through until it fills up 12 seconds, give or take. Tiny little bit at the end which we'll trim off. So unlock our highlighter and our paper. I'm just going to come in one section, trim off the excess at the back end. Everything literally is one frame. And then you'll now see when I play it through, paper texture, by the nature of rotating it, you've changed the pattern, then has this really cool analog vibe. You'll note that I had the highlighter coming in really, really quickly. We can go back into the highlighter pen if we want to, tap 1 on the keyboard, go to our cropping, and then play with the actual timings. So for example, over here, we can take these settings. So first of all, I'm going to get rid of this keyframe. I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm happy with that. I'm going to move everything in around about 3 seconds. Then I'm going to tap on my keyframe and effectively record those settings. We go back to the beginning, get rid of that keyframe. And again, I'm just going to move along, let's say 20 frames. That should be enough. I will go 30 this time, 30 frames, so a second effectively. And then from there, I draw out my animation. That's it right there. And that way, when we go to the beginning of the playhead now, we play it through, it all works out. You get a little bit of the texture, then the highlighter pen, and that's you done your animation. Just to finish off and round everything out, I've got a very simple marker right single sound effect that I pulled from Storyblocks. Now if you remember, the whole duration of the highlighter being animated was about a second long. All I've done is made the marker second long and reduced the audio by around about minus 20 dB. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, minus 20. Just so it's a nice soft sound, and then just play it through. That has the desired effect. Just let it run a little bit longer, and you can take it from there. So it's not something you're going to want to have a huge amount of animation either side of the sound effect, but it gives you room to decide where you want to make the cut, which you're then going to add this into the parts of your documentary, video essay, or whatever it is. There we go. Hope you've enjoyed the second version of this tutorial. My apologies once again for putting out substandard work. It shall be deleted and forgotten about forevermore, apart from obviously me talking about it just now. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It does really help things. And ring the bell for all notifications. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I'll catch you again on the next one. See you later.